Night settled over the city of Etherfall like a held breath. Inside the grand library, the heart of all knowledge, ancient shelves stretched toward crystal ceilings glowing with eternal light. Arender, a young apprentice scribe, was working alone in the eastern archives, carefully copying a fragile manuscript by candlelight. He had always loved the profound silence of the library at night, but tonight that silence was about to break. The flames of his candles suddenly flickered, bending unnaturally toward the floor as if pulled by an unseen force. A deep chill crept through the hall, and Arender felt a wrongness stir in the air. Then he saw it. The shadows were moving. They stretched beyond their natural shapes, sliding across the marble and stone like living things. From the darkest corners of the room, the darkness peeled itself free, forming terrifying figures with hollow eyes and whispering voices that scraped against his mind. Arender stumbled back, his heart pounding in his chest. The wards they should be holding, he whispered to himself. But they didn't. With a violent crack, the ancient protective runes etched along the walls shattered, and the shadows surged forward. One lunged directly at him. Acting on pure instinct, Arender threw his hands up to defend himself, and the impossible happened. A brilliant light burst from his palms. Not fire, not lightning, but pure, raw radiance, white and silver, sharp enough to tear the darkness apart. The shadow screamed as it unraveled, dissolving into nothing but ash. The other shadowy figures recoiled, retreating between the shelves as if burned by truth itself. Arender stared at his glowing hands, shaking uncontrollably. I didn't know I could do this. The sharp sound of a staff hitting the floor echoed behind him. That power, a calm voice said, has been lost for centuries. Master Caldrus, the arch-lore master of the Grand Library, stepped into the light. With a single powerful gesture, he restored the broken wards, sealing the remaining shadows back into the stone. His gaze rested on Arender, heavy with unspoken meaning. You are a lightbinder, Caldrus said, his voice low. Just like your parents. They descended into the deepest, forgotten levels of the library, into chambers that had been sealed since the First Age. There, Master Caldrus revealed the truth Arender was never meant to know. Long ago, a tyrant known as the Veiled King sought to drown the world in eternal shadow. He was too powerful to be destroyed. He could only be sealed away, beyond the veil that separates realms. The ones who performed this great sealing were Arender's parents. They sacrificed their lives to imprison the darkness, believing their ancient bloodline would end with them, but it had not. The shadows that attacked tonight were not random, Caldrus explained gravely. They were sent. The seal is weakening. Fear tightened Arender's chest, but beneath it, a quiet resolve began to burn. Outside the library, thunder rolled through a sky that was perfectly clear. Somewhere far beyond the city, something ancient and terrible stirred, finally aware that light had returned to the world. That night, Arender understood the truth. He was no longer just a scribe. He was the last lightbinder, and the shadows were coming for him. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures.